sitting in a Jeep, just kind of getting out and about, just kind of enjoying this cool weather that they're having up here in Boston today. I want this to be just a good Sunday message, but everybody needs to listen to this. We are under attack like nobody's business. Not just the Muslims, not just the radical Democrats. They've become one and the same, the Muslims and the radical Democrats. But tomorrow I'm going to be there talking to anybody that'll listen and praying for our young brothers and sisters that haven't been born yet to be able to have the right to be born. Out in front of the governor's office here in Boston is where I'm going to be. So listen to this. Every time the Democrats, I think, have reached the point of being the worst they can be, they double down and make it worse. New Jersey governor, she just signed into law. Y'all heard me. New Jersey governor, she, liberal white woman, just signed and made a law. If you pray outside of an abortion clinic, you can be jailed. And they're trying to enhance it. Now, right now it's at 18 months in jail if you're caught praying for children outside an abortion clinic. But they're trying to enhance it to where it'll be 5 to 10 years in prison if you're caught praying for the life of a child outside of an abortion clinic. Now let me make that clear. They did not say, if you come outside an abortion clinic and you're attacking folks and you're breaking things, we're going to lock you up. They didn't say that, because that's a given. You can't go anywhere and just start tearing things out, okay? There's laws against that. I get that part. But let me reiterate. If you go to an abortion clinic in New Jersey, you're standing outside on a public sidewalk. You have your Bible in hand, or not even have your Bible in hand. You just stand there and you pray to God for those children that are losing their lives. That governor said, her words were, we're drawing a line in the sand. She said that. Y'all look it up. I just watched it on Fox News. We're drawing a line. We cannot have this, is what she said. Literally said, we cannot have people praying outside an abortion clinic to try to help children that are being murdered. That's what she just said. I wish I was making this up. And this is Sunday morning I'm reading this or listening to this. I literally got on there and I was looking for some music and I saw that clip and I thought, wait, what? What have we become? What has this nation become? There was a man that was praying outside of an abortion clinic, and this has been a while back. This is, I believe, in the Biden or Obama administration. I believe his name was Mark House, is what they said on Fox News. He was praying for them. And they had 16 FBI agents show up at his house and arrest him and lock him up. Now, he got out of that. He beat the car. He was acquitted of all charges. They said he pushed somebody when an activist was after his son. And see, here's the thing. The left had people out there, activists, saying they're right to abortion, okay? And they confronted Mark House's son, from what I understand, and then said he pushed him. So they threw down on Mark House and trying to lock him up. He since got a $1 million settlement out of the deal because he was in the right. But what is going on, y'all, when you got a man standing there praying for children and you got the crazy left that's trying to push this, and they can get away with whatever they want, and this man gets locked up and nearly loses his life for a while to prison. You know, it's like that other man that was standing outside of a schoolhouse. I forget where this was. I believe it was Pennsylvania, but y'all don't quote me on that. He was standing outside of a schoolhouse with his Bible in hand, praying, reading his Bible and praying, because the liberal left had a drag show, a bunch of drag queen men dressed as women come into that schoolhouse and were dancing in front of the children. I'm not making this up. The police went to him and arrested him for trying to incite a riot. Now, y'all, this is Sunday, and I'm trying to live right. But I got a lot of harsh things I'd like to say, but I'm going to refrain from it. I don't know what on earth. I don't know how we got to this point. You know, when you see this, all them liberal white women out there in front of there, where the woman that, remember I told y'all the other day, this woman had smothered her children. All of her children, smothered them. And was going to court and going to trial for it. And there was all these liberal women out there standing, cheering her on, giving her support. What has happened? What has happened? Y'all, we can't be this. We cannot be this society. Because if we are this society, we are done as a society. We should go on and let the Muslim take us over and behead us all, if that's what we've become. You know, I feel so lonesome all the time. It's almost like I'm by myself out here all the time, and it's just, I know all of y'all are with me. We have 335,000 followers this morning. Thank every one of y'all for being part of this. And we're going to keep growing. But y'all, we're 335,000. How many millions and millions and millions are in this country? How did this happen? I'm going to tell you something else I just watched on there. Nancy May said this on there, and I was watching her channel. And she's a good patriot, it seems like. She brings out the truth, and she's not scared to tell the truth. So I'll watch what she says. I believe it was Spain or Italy. I can't remember which, because I caught the last end of this. To show you how bad, for whatever reason, liberal white women have got this way. Now, women, I'm not bashing women. Y'all don't get me wrong, I'm not. But y'all listen to this story before you think, well, Chris, you just down on women. There was a man standing on a public beach with his britches down, pleasuring himself in front of families with children. And men seen this, thank God we still got real men in this world, and went over there and started whooping the cornbread heck out of that old boy. There was a liberal white woman run over there. Oh, no, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Please, just leave him alone. Leave him alone. That's his extra. He should be able to be allowed to exercise that right. Are you kidding me? I'll tell you what, he wouldn't have ever been able to exercise again if he'd have done that in front of my kids. Because I wear bullhide boots all the time, and they got a hard sole to them. That wouldn't have happened again. I can guarantee that. But the point of that story is, why is it everybody's trying to protect what is bad and make bad good? I know what it says in the Bible. But it also says, to God, a blink of an eye, 1,000 years is the blink of an eye to God. So we could be, a lot of people think we're living in end times, and I see it too, and we could very well be living in end times. But I believe it could be another 1,000 years. So we can't live like this for another 1,000 years. We can't. We've still got a chance. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. I know I shouldn't be drinking Coca-Cola, but I am. We can't live like this. I know I've had a lot of people say, well, Chris, you just got to sit back and let it happen because that's the way it's written. Well, I understand, and I know how it's written. But no man knows the day that Jesus returns. No man knows when it's going to end. No man knows. So it could be tomorrow. Heck, it could be before I get back to the hotel. There is no telling when it'll be. But it could be 1,000 years. So I want a country that my grandchildren can grow up in. I want a country that kids can be kids again and not worry about things. You know, I just went into one of these big box stores here in Boston. I'm not going to say the name of it. It's got a big red dot with a white dot in the center of it. And nobody in there working in that store can speak English. And before y'all say it, no, I'm not downing people that are from another country. But I know they're all illegals because to be a U.S. citizen, you must read, write, and speak the English language. Yet every person in there has a cell phone in their hand. And you go up and ask them a question, hey, where can I find a case of spring water? Whatever your question is. No speaky English. And they turn this phone-looking thing on and hold it up to you. You speak into it, it'll translate it to their language. And then they speak their language back into it, and it'll translate it so you can hear what it says. And that's every place here is that way. About 85% of it that I've run into. Yet, you go into where I just got my Coca-Cola from. You go through the drive-thru there, and there's a young lady. She's 32 years old, I believe. She and I got to talking for just a second. She had just went through cancer. Throat cancer, and I forgot the other cancer. And she's 32 years old, I believe is what she said. And she is a U.S. citizen. She's a white woman. Working 2 jobs just to get by. 2 jobs just to get by, and went through all that cancer. And yet, every one of these people that are here, they're driving brand new vehicles. They're going in there using government cards and everything else in this store, and can't speak a lick of English. And the reason I bring this up is because we know Joe Biden brought all them in, and they were giving them all this money and all this, and I don't know if Trump's got it all shut down or not yet. But American citizens just about don't have a chance anymore. We've got to get this under control. The liberal left, the liberal radical Democrat left, you say whatever you want, call them whatever you want. That is the problem. The governor in Massachusetts, the governor in New Jersey, and here's another thing. So far, everywhere we have looked with Democrats and these radical Democrats being elected to office, every single place has got massive voter fraud going on. Massive illegal voting. Everywhere. So, I've been asked several times, how all of a sudden did all these crazy liberals get into office? Well, it's because they figured out how to cheat the system. And that's how they're in office. So it is more important now than ever for all of us in November to vote red. I don't care if you like Donald Trump or not, if you like Republicans or not. You got to vote this craziness out, because y'all think it's bad now. You let them get a little bit better foothold, it's going to be out of control. And they are putting Muslims in office to try to take control. Y'all got to look at all this together. It's all one thing. All right, I'm going to cut this off because I know I'm just going and going and going. But y'all look this up. It is unbelievable. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., 24 Beacon Street, Boston, Massachusetts. In front of the governor's office. We're going to stand up for our little brothers and sisters that have not been born yet. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all. And Brother Trump, God bless you. Keep standing tall. Oh, and everybody remember, if you didn't catch the last one, this coming Friday and hopefully Saturday. They're talking about rain Saturday, but we're going to see what happens in Washington, D.C. this coming Friday, 10 a.m., South Lawn of the White House. And if it doesn't rain, we're going to do it Saturday as well. Okay? We're trying to get President Trump's attention. I got all the supplies back here a while ago to be able to make the signs and everything. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all. God bless you, Trump. Bye-bye.